Good morning, Michael Walsh and Roger Norgal here, Norwal Farm. Thanks for joining us today. If you haven't, please subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell to be alerted of any new videos. And if you would, please click the like button on the video. That helps our channel more than you can know. And if you would, give us a comment, share this video with a friend. We've got several odd jobs today. We're going to take Lamborghini out of his breeding group and then bring the 6 ewe lambs in off pasture that we're not going to breed till next spring. And so we'll have all the ewe lambs in a group. Then we got to combine the rams, pin them up. And then I bought some grain troughs to replace the old wooden ones. So we're going to put those together and get those out. So thanks for joining us, and let's get started. It's Saturday afternoon, and we're cleaning this paddock out. Yeah, just a lot of this slimy manure and stuff on it. So we want to get this cleaned up around the feeder, and got a little stack there, but all this superficial stuff is just real smushy. It doesn't allow the lot to dry out, and that's what can lead to foot problems, from having wet feet all the time. So we want to clean this side out and also clean out the ram side, and they're pinned up close. We put John out with his ladies and brought Lamborghini in. So these guys have been banging around quite a bit. They've been in there about 3 hours and they still haven't settled their differences. So they're still going to spend some more time in there. So that's what we're up to this afternoon. We want to get this done because it's supposed to be cold next week, down high, maybe around freezing. So get this out of here before it freezes. It's about the 9th bucket load for this paddock, so we got this one all done. We're going to start on the one for the rams next. And we're finished. It only took us maybe 3-4 hours, but it's much drier for the ewes. And beautiful sunset tonight. Super happy. Callum's happy to be with Dylan. And to think I retired so I could do this. Life is great. Living the dream. Some new metal grain troughs, and we're going to put them together. We're going to be graining ewe lambs this year. Some of them are bred, some of them aren't, but regardless, they need a higher plane of nutrition because they're, number one, they're still growing, and the ones that are bred are also producing a lamb, so it takes a lot more nutrition for those than it does just your regular older ewe. So I used wooden troughs in the past that I made, but they don't hold up and they're breaking down, so I bought 3 metal ones. So we'll get these set up today. This is the end. This is one of the sides. It forms a V, so these are pre-measured, pre-drilled, but with like anything, sometimes it doesn't quite match up, or just a little bit off. So you get the screws started and get the nut on, but don't tighten everything down till you're done, because that gives a little bit of play, so that if you need to adjust something. Alright, that's the ends, just finger tight attached. There's 7 holes along the bottom here. There are 3 of these. These are bumpers that go on the underneath side to give it support. This goes through that way. They go on this one, that one, and the next to last one. And then we put these short bolts every other one all the way down. So we'll get that started, and that's tighten all this up and we're good to go. And there's the finished product. I really like the design. It's got a rubber handle on the underneath side so you can lift it up. I think it's supposed to feed 10 sheep maybe. I don't know, 8 or 10. I'm thinking 8, probably 3 on a side and then 1 on each end. But we'll see. I bought 3 of them, so we should have enough. And there we have it. All 3 of them put together. We're going to take them down and put them to use. See how they work. Got them all lined up here. I'm going to spread them out a little more because you want enough space between that they can line up around it. It's better. We put Lamborghini back in with the rams, and he and Lambert just would not quit fighting last night. So we actually pinned them in a small pen in there overnight, and they were in there most of the night. You can see right there, he's got a little skin spot on his head. But I came out this morning and they had the gate down, but I could tell by the bedding back there, it was pretty wet and soiled, that they'd been there most of the night. So they've kind of sorted it out. But yesterday we left them in for about 4 hours, tried them, and they squared off, and I mean, they backed up about 10-20 feet and smacked head. So we put them right back in, because we had a ram die that way a year ago, and it just takes the right hit and they'll drop dead. So anyway, they've settled down. They ate good today, so I think we're good to go. Sheep are up here investigating. I'm thinking 8 per trough. I don't think 10 can get around that. We're going to start these out on a ½ pound of grain a day. They haven't been on grain much recently, so you don't want to start them out too much. Run the risk of triggering enterotoxemia, overeating disease, because the rumen pH is a sensitive thing. It's determined by the microorganisms in the rumen, and if you overload it with acid too quickly, it doesn't give it time to adjust, and that's what grain would do. And then there's a main bacteria, Clostridium perfringens. It overgrows in an acid environment and then produces a toxin and can kill the sheep. So we're going to get them started again today, and then we'll just keep them on grain. So we have 20 ewe lambs in here, and you can see there's basically 3 on the side and then 1 at each end. So I think each trough is enough for 8 sheep maximum. That'll work well. So we've got a little extra space. There's enough room for 24 if you crowd them. So we got 20 here. So it should work out pretty good. Didn't take them long to come for the grain. I really like these troughs. Their design. They're galvanized steel. Wide base at the bottom, so I'm not going to tip them over. There's a narrow V at the bottom. I suppose they can step in them, but I don't think they're going to stand in them. And there's enough gap on the bottom of the trough at each end that if it rains, I think it will drain out. If not, I can drill a drain hole in them, but I think they'll be good. So I like them so far. I think it was a good investment. Up here for our daily check, we turned John in the hair sheep ram yesterday. He's got a blue marking. I see one ewe's been marked. There was one yesterday that was marked. This might be the same one. It's number 17. Your number. That's number 55. Good. It's a different ewe. And if any of these first ewes aren't bred, he will serve as a cleanup ram. And it's okay because they're going to be market lambs anyway, and we're okay with that. But she's definitely in heat. We'll find number 17. Or any others. There she is right there, laying down. So this will give us mid-April lambs. We decided to move it forward. We didn't want to wait till May to start. The ewe lambs should finish about a week before these will start. And I didn't want to wait till May because flies will be starting then. And I prefer to have them in the barn where I can monitor them more closely and put them in a claiming pen, bonding pen for a day or two. Make sure that they're adjusted to each other. So this should work well. It's an overcast day, but it's not too windy and temperature in the 50s, so Beautiful day, beautiful autumn day. Thanks for joining us at Norwal Farm.